Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, and start our tonight's session. Do not forget to check afghanenglish.com for more books, videos, quizzes, slides, and exercises, which helps you to improve your English. So let's see what is our tonight's topic. If Bilal had listened, agar Bilal gosh میکرد یا gosh میداد به حرفایشان. So this is our tonight's topic. So we're going to discuss about these things which we have in this paragraph. I'm going to read it for you and translate it. Pay attention. Tonight's session explores decisions making in agriculture work in Lahman, citrus orchard. درس امشب ما یا سشن جلسه امشب ما قرار است که شما صحبت بکنید راجع به decision making، تصمیم گیری یا تصمیم گرفتن in agriculture work، در کارهای زراعت in لغمان، در ولایت لغمان، در باغ میوه citrus. citrus چیست؟ اونمو به حساب خود کلمه citrus خانواده میوه هایی که ویتامین سی دارن مثل کینو، مالتا و اینا رو میگه و در کل اینجا citrus اینجا امشب منظورش از مالتا است. Students will discuss شاگردا قرارش که صحبت بکنن یا بحث بکنن on Bilal's experience and practice ellipsis and substitutions. و راجع به تجربیات یا تجربه های چیزی تجربه میکنن بلال راجع به صحبت میکنن و همچنان در پارت گرامر ما قرار است که تمرین بکنیم ellipsis چی است و substitution چی است، اینا رو میخونیم بخیر which allow speakers to avoid repetition. کسی که سخن میگه تو یک جلوگیری بکنه از تکرار and sounds more natural in advanced conversation و خیلی خیلی طبیعی‌تر معلوم شود در conversation های در محاوره های سطح پیشرفته. will use expressions such as قرار است که امشب یا دانش آموزا بخیر امشب قرار است که خودشان بسازن جملات یا expression های را یا اصطلاحات را such as مثل I think so. وقتی فکر میکنم که یا he should have و بچه باید کار میکرد یا قسم میکرد and they probably did و شاید اونا کار کرده باشن. یعنی این قسم expression قرار است که شما بعد از خواندن گرامر تمرین کردن های بیشتر شما بخیر بتونید که قادر بشین قسم جملات بسازین. So now we will move on to the next slide. In the next slide we have tongue twister. I'm gonna read it 3 times for you and then translate it. So pay attention on the pronunciation, on also the meaning of these words plus fluency. Bilal's bright branches bore beautiful baskets of bitter oranges. Bilal's bright branches bore beautiful baskets of bitter oranges. Bilal's bright branches bore beautiful baskets of bitter oranges. معنای از این tongue twister چی میشه؟ What is tongue twister? I'm going to tell you. Bilal's bright branches bore beautiful baskets. میگه که شاخه های روشن یا به حساب اینجا پربار منظورش هست که شاخه های پربار یا درخشان بلال سبد های زیبای از oranges میگه که یعنی تحمل میکنه یا دارد سبد های از مرده های تلخ. یعنی overview generally براتون نکنم میگه که شاخه های درخشان بلال سبد های مقبول از مرده های تلخ را حمل میکنه سرش. So this is the meaning of tongue twister. Now, who can read the tongue twister 3 times fast without any pronunciation mistake? Mr. Ali.
Yes, dear teacher. In the name of Almighty Allah. Bilal's bright branches bore beautiful baskets of bitter orange. Bilal's bright branches bore beautiful baskets of bitter orange. Bilal's bright branches bore beautiful baskets of bitter orange. Thank you.
You are most welcome, Mr. Ali. That was such a great and fluent reading of this tongue twister. I really like it. Well done, Mr. Zahid.
Okay, in the name of Allah. Bilal's bright branches bore beautiful basket of bitter oranges. Bilal's bright branches bore beautiful basket of bitter orange. Bilal's bright branches bore beautiful basket of bitter orange.
Well done. Thank you so much, And one thing which I noticed while you both were reading the tongue twister about the pronunciation of word orange, the plural form of that, because in orange we're going to add es, and es in verbs is pronounced, or in nouns even pronounced as is sound. So in this case we're going to pronounce as oranges, and otherwise it was outstanding. Well done, Mr. Ustad. Please read it.
Okay, teacher. Bilal's bright branches bore beautiful baskets of bitter oranges. Bilal's bright branches bore beautiful baskets of bitter oranges. Bilal's bright branches bore beautiful baskets of bitter oranges.
Well done. Very nice and great reading, plus outstanding fluency. Mr. Abdul Qahir, read it.
Salam, teacher. Bilal's bright branch bore beautiful baskets of bitter orange. Bilal's bright branch bore beautiful baskets of bitter orange. Bilal's bright branch bore beautiful baskets of bitter orange.
Well done. Excellent. Outstanding and very good job for reading the tongue twister. So now it's time to move on to the next slide, and in the next slide we have topic talk. I'm going to read it for you and give a very shallow information about the grammar which we studied that tonight, and then we have 3 questions and you guys should answer them just shortly, and then inshallah we'll move on. Topic talk. Bilal owns a citrus orchard in لغمان. Bilal مالک یک باغ مالته هست در لغمان. He planned the harvest carefully. He planned the harvest carefully. میگه که او برداشت میکرد محصول بسیار زیاد به دقت. But Farid advised him to inspect the irrigation system. اما فرید به او توصیه کرد که سیستم آبیاری را همچنان بررسی بکنه، یک چک کنه. Bilal did it. Bilal کار نکرد. Later بعداً many fruits were damaged. تعداد زیادی از میوه ها خراب شدن. فرید پرسید که did you check the water canals؟ آیا تو چک کردی کانال های آبی را؟ Bilal برش پاسخ داد no، نه خیر، I should have، باید کار میکردم. This is an example of ellipse. یک مثال از چی است؟ از ellipse است. ellipse خودش معنی اومیشن یا حذف یک کلمه در یک جمله. Instead of repeating the full sentence، به جای تکرار کردن مکمل، I should have checked them. گفتن که آیا باید آنها را بررسی میکردم. We shorten it. ما کوتاش میکنیم. Farmers sometimes ignore advice. دهقانان بعضی وقتا نادیده میگیرن مشوره های نصیحت ها را and later they regret it. و بعدا هم از کارشان پشیمان میشن. When Farid asked، زمانی که فرید پرسید if the trees could recover، آیا درختان میتونه دوباره بهبود پیدا بکنه، بهتر شوه، خوب شوه پس از سر. Bilal بهش گفت که I hope so، امیدوار هستم که قسم شوه. Today امروز we will practice، قرار است که تمرین بکنیم speaking، صحبت کردن را more naturally، طبیعی‌تر، using substitution and ellipses، ما استفاده کردن از substitution چی معنی؟ که جایگزین. خود کلمه substitute به معنی جایگزین کردن یک کلمه با کلمه دیگر. کلمات جایگزین و همچنین حذف بعضی از کلمات در جمله قرار است که اینا رو بخونیم و speaking ما more naturally دیده شود. So now we will move on to the blue box and we have 3 questions. But first of all, guys, I think one of your classmates should read the topic and translate it into Pashto, because most of your classmates do not understand the meaning of these paragraphs. So one of you guys who can translate this paragraph into Pashto. Okay, I think do you have my voice, guys? Yes, great. We have Mr. Zahid. Mr. Zahid, you can please read it and translate it.
Okay, miss. But I have little problem. بعض
It's
جای
okay.
مشكل نیست. بعضی لغات هست اگر نفهمید ما پرسان میکنیم.
Yes, you can.
Bilal own cheese lot citrus. on a citrus orchard in Lagman with Bilal today full the Martuban the Lagman he planned the harvest carefully. India he planned as Ustad plan Larry Upan ya diga man.
He planned to harvest carefully. او برنامه‌ریزی کرد که بگم برداشت کنه محصولات خود بگیره محصولات خود بسیار به دقت.
I mean harvest چی معنی harvest
محصولات که مثلا خرمن که میگن نه یا سر زمین ها جمع میکنن یا محصولات که جمع میکنن برداشت میکنن بعد از اینکه محصولاتشون پخته میشه اونم رو هارویست میگه برداشت محصولات.
Okay, but Farid advised him to inspect the irrigation system. मगर फरीद غير مشورة ورکړ چې هغه the system وګوري. Bilal ورته later وروسته many foods were damaged زیاتره د میوې چې هغه خرابې شوې. فرید داسې پوښتنه وکړه did you check the water channel آیا ته د اوبو سیستم هغه چک کړل اوبه چې راځي. Bilal replied
Water
Bilal جواب ورکړ
not sorry Mr. Zahid, we cannot pronounce that one as a chest sound. It is chest sound water canal.
Yeah, sorry. What kind of Bilal repeat Bilal जवाब ورکړو I should have I am not मतलब the کړه. This is an example of ellipsis. The ellipsis دا یو مثال مطلب بعض لغتونه تین کړي یوازې I should have کې راوستي دي. Instead of repeating of the full sentence پر ځای دي چې هغه ټول جمله یوازې I should have استعمالي. I should have checked them. I shouldn't مطلب دا لنکو دا ellipsis دغه چې دی یعنې ټوله جمله نه وي یوازې وړکې found something ignore that can't be مطلب ignore
No dice que está
and later they did it and Farid asked the trees to recover if the trees could recover the only the يعني جوړيږي خپل حالات راتلی شي په هغه حالات. Bilal said Bilal جواب ورکړو I hope so زه هیله لرم. Today we will practice speaking more naturally using substitution in ellipsis او نن به موږ پریکټیس وکړو سپیکینګ په برخه کې چې مطلب څنګه دا نیچرلی طبیعي دغه استعمال کو substitution in ellipsis دا substitution in ellipsis پکې وکړو.
a bunch of thanks Mr. Zahid for reading and such a great translation. Outstanding. Ignored advice and reiterated it. آیا شما تا حالا در عمرتان مثلا ایگنور کردین نادیده گرفتین کدام مشوره را که پس آن پشیمان شده باشین؟ So who can answer this question? Mr. Zahid.
Okay, Allah. Yes, I ignored one advice of my parent. When I graduated from school, my father told me, you must study medical university. But I loved computer science, and I took Cancun exam and I passed to computer science. I was so happy because this was my ambition. And when university start, I was so happy first day, and I go to university. And but unfortunately, this time COVID-19 came, Corona really, and came, but university closed. In during this COVID-19, Taliban also came in Afghanistan, and a lot of senior teachers left the country. And when university reopened, our a lot of senior teacher wasn't in our university. We had two or three teachers. There was a better teacher, and then but I never give up in my studied computer science so hard. And when I graduated from computer science faculty, and I took exam for job. And I passed in exams, but I hadn't get nepotism, and I regret it. If I listened my father advice and I studied medical university, maybe I could a doctor in I would be a doctor and I could open my own clinic. This is
First of
my
all, thank you so much, Mr. Zahid, for answering this question. In second, well, never think that it could be a good choice that if you choose medical as for example as your career or profession. Mostly look do not look for example your uh, recent steps. For example, these days just look forward and be hopeful in your future, because you know that computer science is one of like the most usable fields in the world, especially in
Yes.
these days, because you know that all the works are going to everything will going to become working with robots, AI, and these sort of stuff. And your field is like so great and outstanding, I could say, more than medical, because as I had experience, it is the medical
but
sounds
nowadays in
great.
Afghanistan,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, but
Yes.
nowadays in Afghanistan, don't want computer science engineer because
Mm-hmm.
they are unable to do so.
In these days,
I
again, yes, unfortunately, nothing works. Not just computer science or IT workers. Nothing works in Afghanistan these days. So we are hopeful and we're just looking forward for a bright future. And inshallah, we will soon. We will have it. And still, if I have a chance, I would study computer science.
mm, yes,
I think.
I love this field. I love this field, but when I graduate from computer science, and now I'm jobless in I
Mhm.
got married. I have
Yes,
responsibility.
yes, I
So
understand. Just understand it totally.
yes,
It's
I break my heart.
and I wish you all the best, and inshallah as soon as possible you will find a job. We pray for you, and do not get
Inshallah.
never ever. So now we'll move on to the next question. Do farmers in your area check irrigation system regularly؟ میگه آیا دهقانها در مزارع شما یا در جایی که مثلا شما هستین اونجا میگه چک میکنن همی کانال های آبیاری را منظما مثل هوادمل؟
Good evening, teacher, all of their classmates. I want to talk about generally.
Miss Hwadmal, your voice is
Uh,
breaking tonight.
okay, because I think is not working.
Uh, can you fix your
Uh,
internet first and then
teacher,
speak?
okay. I think there is a lot of rain,
Rain.
and because of this,
Now we
now
have
do
it.
you have my voice,
Yes,
teacher?
yes, yes. Now it becomes clear.
Okay. Dear teacher, I want to talk about the second question. According to me, in dry, generally, dry farming region, farmers often or usually check irrigation system because that is very important for their planet and their crops. Also, for example, when they check the irrigation system when water is limited, and they try to check and they not face to the lack of water. And also, many times the farmer check the pipes or canals, maybe can get blocked, or they have leak. And also, they try check irrigation system because of they know when the crops need to water, and which time is the right time for irrigation. For this reason, many farmers check their irrigation system every day or few days, and especially they check the irrigation system during the growing season. Thank you.
You're most welcome, Ms. Hewatmal. That was very logical and great answer for this this question. Excellent. So now we'll move on to the last question. When someone gives you advice, do you usually follow it? مثلا كاس شمار نسيت ممكن تسمعون شمار الدنبال ممكن follow it. Great. We have 4 people, so I'm gonna give you all chance, but I only request that I have it is please speak shortly to have time for everyone. So let's first start with Mr. Ulfat.
Okay, teacher, I'm going to answer the third question. In my opinion, when someone gives me advice, I usually try to follow it, especially if it is good for me. First, I don't follow it, but later I understand it was useful. Now, I try to listen carefully and think before I decide. What can I say? Faisal?
Decide.
Yes.
Or
Decide.
to make a decision.
Yes. Now I try to when I decision and I think what to do. It's enough.
Well done, well done. Thank you so much, Mr. Ulfat, for giving us a very great reason for this answer. Excellent. Mr. Fahim.
Thank you, teacher, and good evening to all. I'd like to talk regarding the third question. When someone gives advice me, usually I will take it into my consideration, but for follow up, it is need more focus depending to the advices. Because some advices need more focus, and I need to study it because some advice is useful for me, but advice is unfortunately useless. So I usually take the advice from elders, from the people that I know their advices benefit has benefit for me, for my work, for my life, and also but some people they don't have any study or any information about the subject, or also about the matter. So they usually advise people, and also myself. So usually I ignore such advices. Thank you, teacher.
You're most welcome, Mr. And that was, Mr. Fahim, it was basically so great and very nice explanation for this question, especially when you mentioned it's according to the advices and also according to the person, I'm going to choose whether should I follow it or not. Yes, it is something completely correct. Well done. Mr. Khairuddin.
Thank you, teacher. Hi, good night. Mm, about the discussion, when someone gives you advice, do you usually follow it? It's my opinion, teacher. I try to I see if his advice is good advice, or is beneficial for me. I accept the advice. If anyone wants anyone else wants to give me advice, but usually or not any advice. Maybe it's beneficial or useful for us. uh, but it is independent for us. Yeah, we choose or we decide to uh, uh, advise for accept it or reject. Uh, if you see it is good, we accept, or not good, maybe reject advice. That's my opinion. Yes, teacher. Thank you.
Excellent. Well then, thank you so much, Mr. Khairuddin, first of all. And offering Chabos, this is how you are working on your speech. Tonight, you did not make any pauses. And pauses in speaking, and that is a very great and plus point. Offering, well done.
Thank you, teacher.
Mr. Ali, please share your opinion.
Yes, dear teacher. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. I'm gonna answer the third question, same to my classmates. When someone gives you advice, do you usually follow it? And the answer is surely yes, of course. When someone advise me or give me an advice, then I'm gonna follow it. According to friendship, we have to choose those friends who are humble, who are kindful, who are kind-hearted, who are, of course, humans. We have to select some friends who are like, as I mentioned them about them. And then, according to friends, we have to follow their advices. And of course, whenever we make any mistake, we are if we are on any wrong way, they have to or they should advise us, and we have to follow them. We have some people in our community that whenever you want to advise him or her, they don't care about that. But no, we have to follow every and each advice. We have to listen carefully to each and everyone that they are advising us, and not and then we have to of course we know that is it bad or good for me, because of uh, um, and we have to if I speak more, if I share my information about this question, it will take most time or much time. So of course, my answer is also like my friends, that we have to follow the advices of others. As I mentioned, that who are advising us, we have to follow some. We have to select people for our friendship. Like they should be broad-minded, and they should be positive minded, not negative. And also, if the advices on any time, of course, as Allah Jalla Jalaluhu says in Holy Quran, that humans are not like وَخُلِقَ الْإِنسَانُ ضَعِيفًا. uh, we will make mistakes in life, and friends are those people, family members are those people that they have to advise us, and we have to follow them. Thank you, dear teacher, for giving me the chance.
Well then, Mr. Ali, first of all, bunch of thanks for sharing this much great information and also your opinion with us, and you can explain all of them very clearly and absolutely excellent. I really appreciate it. Excellent. So now, guys, it's time to move on to the next slide, and we have grammar topic, and there we're going to study the grammar deeply. First, I'm gonna translate it for you, and then I will explain it. So, grammar focus. First of all, we have ellipses. Ellipsis means omitting repeated words. کلمه ellipsis به معنی چی است؟ حذف کردن یا برطرف کردن کلمات تکراری. و substitution چی است؟ Replaces words with short forms like so, do, did, have. و خود substitution چی مانا؟ یعنی جایگزین کردن یک کلمه همراه کلمه دیگر یا short formش یا حالت کوتاه‌ترش مثل so, do, did و have. Look at the examples. Did Bilal check the irrigation? آیا میگه بلال چک کرد سیستم آبیاری کانال آبیاری را؟ No, he didn't. نه خیر، او انجام ندادی کاره. Will the trees recover? آیا درختها دوباره بهتر میشن؟ I hope so. ما امیدوار هستم. Look guys, in these two sentences, especially in the second sentence, the answer could be like this: I hope that trees could recover soon. But instead of adding that much long sentence, I just use substitution rules and add one word, one short word form to explain the same idea without repetition, which is so. Or for example, we can do the same thing with do, did, and have as well. Look at the next one. Should he have listened? آیا باید حتما گوش میداد به حرفاشون؟ Yes, he should have. ولی باید کار میکرد. Look, instead of like saying that he should have listened to their speeches or for example to their advice, so instead of that I directly just use one word and short form of that, which is have. Look at the structure, but before moving on to the structures, I'm gonna I will explain that for you again, and this time a little bit deeply. First of all, we have a definition for ellipses. As you see, ellipses means leaving out. What is the meaning of leaving out? It means omitting a words because they're already understood from the context. کلمه که ما میتونیم مفهومش از خود کنتکست از خود متن ما بگیریم، ما میتونیم اون کلمه با استفاده از ellipses چی کنیم؟ omit کنیم یا deleteش کنیم. We remove repeated or obvious words to avoid repetition. This is the purpose of ellipses. And for example, do you like coffee? Yes, I do. So in this case, yes, I do is basically, or I can say generally, it means that yes, I like coffee. Instead of saying this, yeah, the yes, I like coffee, and repeat the same words again, and instead of then I can just use short form of the words, and also can answer the complete, can share the complete meaning of that, which is yes, I do. So in here, like coffee is omitted in the sentence which I gave you. The next one. Before moving on, I'm gonna just shortly tell you types of ellipses. We have three types of ellipses. First, we can call that nominal ellipses, which we omit the noun. سه ellipses سه نوع type داره. Type اولش چی هست؟ nominal ellipses هست که چی رو در اینجا omit میکنیم؟ noun omit میکنیم. I will take the red shirt, not the blue one, or not the blue. So in here, I omitted the noun, which was shirt, and here is no need to add that again. Or the next form, or the second type of that is verbal ellipses. What is the meaning of verbal ellipses? It means that whenever I have the verb in a sentence, and that verb is repeated, or for example, just by giving a short sentence, I can share the same information. So in this case, I'm going to delete the verbal part or the verb, and I can omit it. For example, she can sing and he can too, and instead of saying that he can sing too, so in here sing is my verb, and I repeat it in both sentences, so the speaker the listener already knows that what I am talking about. So in this case, I'm going to delete or omit the verb. That was the verbal ellipses. And the next one, we have clause ellipses. What is the meaning of clause ellipses? It means that we are going to delete or omit a part of a clause. For example, why are you late? If someone asks you this kind of question, you can say that, for example, because I missed the bus. So that is completely enough. And instead of like continuing that and say that I am late because I missed the bus, there is no need to repeat the same sentence or, for example, the question again. That was types of ellipses. And now we will talk about the substitution. First of all, what is substitution? As you see at the screen, and also they gave you the definition of that, the simplest definition. Substitutions mean replacing a word or a phrase with another word. In substitution, we're not going to delete anything, or for example, we're not going to just delete it and leave that place empty. We have to replace one word with another one. يا كلمة كانت كلمة دي قد بيجوزين من كلمة ده substitution. The ellipsis to make it مكمل كلمة has to make it. But in substitution we're going to just replace the places of two words or phrases to avoid repetition again instead of deleting, as I mentioned. So for example, I like this dress, I will buy this one. So one in here it comes instead of dress. I could say that I like this dress, I will buy this dress. Here's no need to like mention that too many times. And as you notice, guys, look, if I, for example, do not use substitution, I say it like this: I like this dress, I will buy this dress. It sounds like very boring for the listener to repeat one word repeatedly and again. So in this case, we can use substitutions. So for the structure, for full sentences and short responses, what do we have? I think the trees will recover. I think so. So in here, so is the basically the short form of the first sentence which we have. They say that I think the trees will recover. I think so. Instead of so, if I wanna continue the sentence or the original, I can say that I think the trees will recover too. So I have to repeat the whole sentence again. And here's no need for doing that. I can just adjust by adding one word. I can share the same concept. So the next one, he checked the system. He did. She has inspected the files. She has. Look, these are 4 things. One of them is preposition and 3 of them are auxiliary verbs. So, do, did, and have. These are things that we can bring them instead of substitutions. Basically, we have lots of other substitution words as well, that only by practicing too much and reading too much, you will be able to understand all of them. For more examples, we have Farid asked if Bilal had checked the water. Bilal said he didn't. Can I translate the sentence, guys, for you? Translate کنم براتون جملات. Okay, I'm gonna read it and translate them for you. میخوام براتون منام کنم بشه. So please pay attention. They say that I think the trees will recover. فکر میکنم درختها شاید بهتر شون یا خوب شون. I think so. تمام مقصد فکر میکنم. He checked the system. میگه او با چه سیستم بررسی کرده check کرد. He did. We got a cat. She has inspected the files. میگو رفت سر زمین ها که بررسی کنه زمین اختر زمین ها رو بررسی کرد. She has. We got a cat. And also next sentence, Farid asked if Bilal had checked the water. Bilal said he didn't. Farid پرسان کرد که اگر بلال check آبه اما بلال که نخیر نکرده. Some workers repaired the canal and others did too. که بعضی کارگرها کانال تعمیر کردن یا ترمیم کردن و دیگرها هم چنین کار کردن. Will the harvest improve? آیا برداشت ها یا حاصلات ما یا محصولات ما بهتر میشه؟ I think so. فکر کنم بله یا ما مقصد فکر میکنم که شاید شود. So that was generally ellipses and substitutions which we studied. Do you have any question, guys, about ellipses and substitutions? Yes, Mr. Ali?
Yes, dear teacher, thank you. Here, the third sentence that will the harvest improve? Can we say instead of I think so? Can we say yes, it will?
Yes, sure we can.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank
You're most welcome. And any other question? So now we'll move on to the grammar check. I'm going to ask these questions and you guys should answer them. The first one is, when do we use so versus it? چه وقت ما صورة استفاده میکنیم در مقابل it? Who can answer this question? Do you guys have any information? I myself will answer that. So look, guys. Do you have my voice, guys?
Yes, dear teacher.
Great. So the first question is, when do we use so versus it? So listen carefully, guys. Whenever we want to talk about ideas shortly in ellipses and substitutions, so we can use so. And whenever I want to talk about something specifically, instead of a noun. So in substitutions, I can use it too. For example, I could say, I like this book, I like it. Or for example, about so, do you think the trees will recover? I hope so. So look, whenever I want to talk about something specifically, I can use it, and otherwise I can use so. The next question is this: that can we use ellipses in formal speaking? So, do you have any idea about answering this question? If you have, you can raise your hands and share your ideas. And if you don't, I myself will answer this question again. So, look, guys, they say that can we use ellipses in formal speaking? Yes, sure, we can say it. Why? Mostly in informal speeches, it is common to use ellipses and substitutions, but sometimes in informal English, yes, also we can use it. But we, especially in written cases or in writing, we use it less. كان استفاضة كلمة أمر كم تار. And the last question is, do we always repeat this auxiliary verbs? همیشه اینمی auxiliary verb های را که دین بالا براتون دادیم تمامی را repeat میکنیم. سوال classmate تان سنفیدان که گفتم میکنم مثلا بگویم که yes I it well یا نه چی بود well. So in here I have to tell you this: no, always here is no need to just use these auxiliary verbs which are given in here. We, according to the sentence and according to the tense, it is interchangeably used, that we can bring different kinds of auxiliary verbs in ellipsis and substitution sentences. So now, guys, if you do not have any other questions, we'll move on to the next slide. And at the next slide, we have rule play. So we're going to apply the rule play, the grammar of this rule play. So I need a partner for doing this. So who can help me? Mr. Ali. I'm going to be Farid and you are Bilal, okay?
Okay, dear teacher.
Did you check the irrigation canal yesterday? IO2 system of
No, I should have. Nay, my bad. Check me them.
Do you think the trees will recover?
I hope so. Hela understood.
Well, the workers repaired the system today. آیا کارمندا سیستم امروز جور خواهد کرد یا ترمیم خواهد کردند؟
Yes, they will. بله. ترتیب میکنه.
Excellent. Well done. Thank you so much, Mr. Ali. Mr. Olfat, please read the rule play. Farid, Mr. Wadmal, you are Farid, and Olfat, you are Bilal.
Thank you, dear teacher. Did you check the irrigation canals yesterday?
No, I should have.
Do you think the trees will recover?
I hope so.
Will the workers repair the system today?
Yes, they will. Thank you.
You're most welcome, guys. That was very great. Well done, everyone. Now I'll move on to the next slide. And at the next slide, it is time for speaking. And we have 3 pictures. And you guys should talk about just one of these pictures. And I will appreciate it if you use ellipses and also substitutions while you're speaking about these pictures. So who's going to talk first?
Thank you, dear teacher. I want to talk about the first image. The first picture shows an orchard. This is, I think, the citrus orchard in the Laghman province, and it is belongs to Ahmad, and Ahmad have Ahmad hopes to he have hopes to have good crops or harvested next year or the current year. I think so, or he will have. And Ahmad is working in the orchard. I think he check the citruses or orange trees in the orchard. Thank you.
You're most welcome, Miss Hiwadmal. First of all, I really appreciate that always you're really for talking about the pictures, and that was very great speaking. The next person who wants to speak about the other pictures, Mr. Ali.
Yes, dear teacher. The second picture, as we had a role play about them. One of them is Farid, and the other one of them is Bilal. That they're talking about the orchard and fruit trees. Uh, uh, as we say that, and as we studied that, Farid was asking Bilal about the uh, irrigation canals, and also like he asked them that did you check irrigation canals yesterday? And Bilal replies, no, I should have. And also one of Bilal, Farid is advising, or Farid advises Bilal to be careful about your orchard, and also you should check the canals of irrigation, and also she is yes, I will. So it was my short information. I'm little bit busy here, dear teacher. That's why I cannot speak more.
But still, that is acceptable, and also it was so great to speak. Thank you so much, Mr. Fahim.
Thank you, teacher. Uh, I want to talk regarding the third picture. As we know, the water canal is the backbone of the agricultural land and also orchard and farms. Usually, farmers transfer the water from canals to their lands and also to their farms. So it is very mm, useful for their lands. However, unfortunately, sometimes the canals constructed very poor quality. By the time after a few years or a few months, the canals damaged by poor quality. In this picture, I also see a canal that is damaged by poor quality materials, so it can't transfer water to the agriculture land or orchard. I see that the trees and orchard need feeding, but the canal is not in a situation to transfer water to it. Basically, the people of the owner of the orchard need to pay attention about this problem. Thank you, teacher.
You're most welcome, Mr. Fahim. I really appreciate your ideas and also explanation of the picture. And after that, excellent, very great usage of outstanding vocabulary. It was amazing, excellent. And Mr. Khairuddin.
Yes, thank you, teacher, for giving me a chance. I try say something about the second picture. Second picture, as we see, two person, they are in the garden of fruit. One of them they share or about maybe the اشاره کردن چی میگم mention, yeah, it's mentioned of some of tree, maybe some of tree became destroyed. He is he worried about the tree, maybe is destroyed, but he asking from friends or a person with him, what should we do about that tree? It repair again, because استاد خوش شده باشه چی بشه یا من destroy بگم درست است.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. But a person with him, he's saying, I have some advice. I tell you, maybe maybe it helps you to repair about this tree. Also, we try do something together is beneficial about the garden, and it's that they did not become destroy. Yeah, okay, chat my
Thank you
clear.
so much, Mr. Khairuddin, and I really appreciate the way that you wanted to explain and also describe your ideas. And the only thing which I have to tell you is this: that now all things which I have told you, you applied all of them, and you improved a lot. And now it's time to work on your structures of sentences, or the way that you build the structures, and also the grammar, the advanced grammar. Otherwise, it was so great. Okay. So now, guys, we'll move on to the next slide. And at the next slide, we have reading. I'm going to read that part for you and translate it. And after that, I will directly move on to the questions, and you guys should pay attention to find the answers. Reading aloud. Bilal prepared for the citrus harvest in لغمان. Bilal به خاطر برداشت سترس مالتا یا خاندان کینو مالتا و اینا در لغمان آمادگی میگرفت. فرید پرسان کرد if he had checked the irrigation system. فرید پرسان کرد که آیا سیستم آبیاری را چک کرده، بررسی کرده. But Bilal said he hadn't. اما بلال گفت که نه نکرده. By May تا ظهر the trees began to dry. درختها شروع کردن به خشک شدن. Workers wondered if the harvest would fail. کارگران متعجب به این شدن که آیا یعنی برداشت محصولات شکست میخوره یا به ناکامی مواجه میشه یا نه. Some thought it would. بعضیش فکر کردن که نقصه میشه, but others didn't. اما دیگراش نه. فرید پیشنهاد کرد repairing the canals immediately. فرید پیشنهاد کرد که فوراً باید کانال‌ها تعمیر شود. Bilal agreed. بلال موافقت کرد. And the workers did too. و کارگرها همچنان. یعنی کارگرها موافقت کردن. They worked quickly. اونا بسیار سریع کار کردن. And by evening و تا عصر یا تا شام some orchards improved. میگه بعضی از باغ‌ها حالتشان بهبود پیدا کرد یا خوب یعنی جور شدن. فرید asked if Bilal would inspect the system next season. فرید پرسان کرد که اگه بلال در فصل بعدی یا در فصل دیگه سیستم خودش بررسی کنه. بلال replied that he would. بلال برش جواب داد که کار میکنه. He admitted he should have listened earlier. و او ایرا اعتراف کرد که باید به این گپش گوش میکرد وقت‌تر یا پیش از این. The workers asked whether the damage was serious. کارگرها پرسان کردن که آیا آسیب جدی بود یا نبود. Bilal said he hoped not. Bilal گفت که امیدوار است که نباشه. Everyone learned an important lesson. کلگی یک درس مهمه یاد گرفت. Careful planning matter. برنامه‌ریزی دقیق اهمیت داره. Farid smiled. Farid لبخند زد and asked or proceed if Bilal had learned something valuable. که اگه بلال کدام چیز ارزشمند یا مفید یاد گرفته باشه یا. Bilal answered. Bilal جواب داد که I think so. اما قسمه هست یا ما محسن فکر میکنم. So now we'll move on to the questions, and the first one is why were the trees drying? چرا درخت‌ها به حال خشک شدن بود? Who can answer this one? Miss Watmal.
Thank you, dear teacher. I think Bilal did not or had not irrigated the trees. For
Irrigation.
this case, irrigated the trees. آبیاری نکردن.
Offering. Well done. Excellent. Because Bilal hadn't checked irrigation system. Good job. And correct answer. The next one, did the workers repair the irrigation? میگه که می کارگرا جور کردن یا تعمیر کردن. Mr. Fahim.
Yes, they did.
Well done. Offering. And last one, what lesson did Bilal learn? Who can answer this one? کدام درس میگه بلال آموخت از این موضوع؟ Mr. خیرالدین.
Yes, sure. What lesson did Bilal learn? Bilal had learned something available. Yes, not.
Move on. ادامهش بده.
Bilal had learned something available. Bilal answered, I think so.
No. Everyone learned an important
Yeah,
lesson.
that's okay. Everyone learned an important lesson. Yeah, careful planning matters.
Offering. Well done. This was the
It's
correct
done.
answer.
Okay.
Careful planning was mattered. That was the thing we all learned. Excellent. So now, guys, we'll move on to the next slide. And at the next slide, we have vocabulary. So I'm going to read it and translate it for you. میخوام براتون معنا میکنم. Vocabulary در slide بعدی هست. So pay attention, everyone. So I'm going to read them. The first one, vocabulary. We have first word, irrigation. Irrigation means آبیاری کردن. Irrigation keeps the orchard healthy. میگه که امی آبیاری هست که باغ را میگه که زنده نگاه میکنن. Here it means like this. Orchard means باغ میوه. Bilal owns a citrus orchard. میگه بلال مالک یک باغ میوه سیترس هست یا میوه های میکس خاندان کیوی و مالتوی، کینو و مالتوی اینا. Harvest means برداشت. The harvest begins in autumn. میگه برداشت ها یا جمع کردن محصولات میگه شروع میشه در ماه خزان. The next one is wilt means پژمرده شدن. The trees began to wilt. میگه درختها شروع کردن بر پژمرده شدن. And the last word we have inspect. And inspect means بررسی کردن. Farmers inspect irrigation systems. میگه که دهقانا بررسی میکردن سیستم آبیاری را. That was the vocabulary of tonight's session, and you can also check our afghanenglish.com, and it's practical way to keep learning every day. And our tonight's session is going to end in here, guys. And if you have any question or problem about tonight's session, you can ask me. And yes, Mr. Ali. Do not forget to review lessons, guys, and inshallah next night we will meet again. Also try to be on time, and do not forget to review lessons and practice on the side. So bye bye, guys. Have a wonderful and very great night. Allah Hafiz.